Man, oh man, oh man. What a day. Welcome, y'all. All right, I'm just going to assume that we're already live because I've been watching back some live streams, and it seems like we're live a little sooner than it shows. I'm starting to see the computer buffer now, so it looks like we're going live. So it is February the 27th. Whoa, let me turn this volume down over here. And as you can see, we're disorganized and breathing heavy and behind today. This has been one heck of a day. So it's February the 27th at 5 p.m. Thank you for watching us live. If you're watching this back later, hey, by all means, drop a comment. We just may respond to you a little later on because, well, we're not live. So, holy moly, we barely made it. It's been one heck of a day, y'all. There's just not enough hours in a day as we're learning. This has turned into too much of a standard routine. I'm noticing on Sundays. We have made trips today to town. I have been working on lawnmowers, trying to get stuff ready for spring that's flying up on us, trying to get equipment running, trying to get some garden stuff ready, trying to do some editing, get ready for the live stream. There's just not enough hours in the day. There really isn't. And tomorrow's going to be here before you know it, and we're going to be getting back at it. So I see we've already got quite a few people on. Welcome. Let me gather my thoughts and think for a second, because we literally just threw the table up, got everything ready, and jumped down. We're kind of actually a few minutes late, so I apologize for that. But I see we've had our second week of a gender reveal party. Looks like
cool.
Cash had that happen in his family. I don't think it was for him personally. And I want to catch back real quick since the comments are flying. Rebecca said, did we get our package? Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Rebecca. I had to accept. Somebody sent us a package this week from Amazon, and I got an email that said, hey, verify your address. That hasn't shown up. I don't know if that was you or somebody else. Now, if you sent something to our P.O. box, I'm going to admit, I was only able to make one trip to P.O. box this week. That was on Tuesday, and I slacked the rest of the week because it's been busy. It was all the tax appointments, and I was actually out of town for a little bit, so I did not make it back to the P.O. box. I promise I will go next week. It'll be on my schedule, so no, I apologize. I didn't grab your package, whatever that may be. Thank you so much for thinking about us.
Yes, thank you.
I will go get it, and we will show off whatever it is on the live stream next week, assuming, well, we can. And I doubt you sent us anything we can't show off. So. And whoever sent us something on Amazon, thank you for that. I don't know what it is just yet. Like I said, I can't remember. It didn't show names or anything. It just made me verify my address to make for sure. And then it said, hey, your package is shipping to you. So truly do appreciate all y'all thinking about us. So it sounds like we're going to have a couple of gifts to show off on next week's live stream.
Awesome. Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank y'all so very much for that. So, yes, let's start reading through some comments. It is 83 degrees here in Florida, y'all.
Yes.
We actually spent the day yesterday. We goofed off, had a day for ourselves. I needed it after 3 days of doing taxes. 3 days, I kid you not. And we went and hit the river yesterday. It was 81 or 82 degrees yesterday, 83 today. It was 80 something the day before. It has been stinking warm here in Florida. And I can honestly say I'm not ready for spring. Now that it's warm and I've been sweating, I don't like it. Yesterday was fun on the boat. I need some more cold weather in my life. I'm sure we're going to get us another frost or two like we do every year. But it is so warm, y'all. Look, the grass is exploding. Things are blooming. It's insane. We've had to turn the AC on in the camper. We've got it set over to AC on the house. It's warming up quick, fast, in a hurry. And it got me rushing to get the lawnmower ready today. It got me, Friday when I was over doing my taxes. I started picking up all the seed potatoes and all the seed and stuff to get ready to plant a garden because everybody locally here is sold out. I've never seen it this bad. Not even a single thimble full of seeds available. I went another town over and luckily found some little mom and pop hardware stores that had a decent amount of seed. So I guess I'm just going to start getting heirloom stuff every year and saving seeds for absolutely everything. So there's a little bullet fluffing his chair. He says, hey, and let's read some questions. Sorry, it was a relatively boring week this past week.
It was.
Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of work done on the house. The taxes absolutely ruined everything. But good news comes with the taxes. I added up thousands upon thousands of items and got us an official price per square foot on the home currently. We're going to make a video for that coming up in the next couple of days, and then I'll continue to track it all the way through the end of the build, and then we'll do a full line item breakdown for people that are curious about what this style home runs. And I know some people are curious about how much money do you save being your own general contractor, your own builder, doing some work yourself, subbing it out. So some good came out of all the delay and lack of videos this week, that's for sure. My goodness.
Breathe.
Yes. All right, so let me start reading through some comments here. So, okay, Rebecca, I see where you said you sent it to the P.O. box, so it must have showed up Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and I apologize for not making multiple trips this week. What a lot of y'all don't know is we live out in the middle of nowhere. We love that. We love being out here, but sometimes that means there's not a post office box around the corner. We actually have to travel to another town, actually in another county, to go to a little post office box there. They're only open a few hours in the morning. They're not open in the afternoons, and they're not open on weekends. So it makes it very difficult for us to pick up packages. But between both of us, one of us is usually going by there at least once a week, a lot of times twice a week, and we'll swing in there and grab y'all's letters and packages, things like that. So again, thank you. We will get that. So Leslie says, hello from Missouri. What's for dinner? I'm going to let you talk for a second.
What's your whistle?
Yes.
We are actually going to do chicken parmesan, which I'm excited about.
I didn't even know. No, I had no idea what she was cooking. Woo, my favorite, chicken parmesan.
Chicken parmesan, but I've yet to do it on the Blackstone, so we're going to try that tonight. We're going to do that over noodles, and then you didn't ever post the picture of the cauliflower, did you?
I forgot to post the picture.
Cauliflower that was out of the garden.
So we thought the garden was completely done, and typically down here we don't do much for a fall or winter garden. We thought it was done. I hadn't checked on it in a couple of weeks, honestly. And she went out there and pulled some leaves back. And the cabbage, cauliflower, like and she pulled a cauliflower head out like gigantic. We were shocked, like holy moly! It almost had went too long. I just didn't know it was out there growing. With I thought all the cabbage and broccoli and everything was picked. So I didn't do a good job of recording the garden this year, but
so much going on.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah, fall garden's not as exciting as a spring garden, which we're probably going to start planting. I think I'm going to start planting it in the morning. So I will have a garden video coming out. I had so much going on today and it got so hot. Heck with it. When it's cool in the morning, I'll start on the garden, then I'll jump back on the house, knock some stuff out right there.
So we'll do that cauliflower on the Blackstone too.
Cool.
Kind of steam it up.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I didn't know I was getting my favorite meal tonight.
Yeah.
How about that? All right. So I see we have people all the way from South Africa in the house, all over the place there. And I'm seeing some crazy temperatures too, from 30s to 50s to all the way in the 80s here. I wish we had y'all's 50s. That sounds about perfect, actually. And I see a lot of people talking about fishing. Yes, it is the season for fishing. If I can find a day to go, I want to go fishing so bad. When you have all these 80-degree days and you know it's spring and it's blooming.
Almost done.
Yeah, but I mean almost done, as in a couple more months done, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not enough hours in the day, like I said. My goodness gracious. Okay. Andrew's ears perked up for dinner. Yes, they did, and so did Bullets. He doesn't care. He'll eat anything. All right. Let me grab a few comments here. So Cash says, if you want cold weather, I'll send you what we got. I'll take it, Cash. But your California weather is just like our Florida weather. Hot one day, cold the next day, hot again that afternoon, cold the next morning. So I'm sure you've got some warm weather on the way there as well. And Chris says, you just had a day off and no fishing. Yeah, I know. Well, Tiffany doesn't want to sit in the back of the boat while I go bass fishing, which is probably her least favorite type of fishing.
Yeah,
she likes more salt water and everything else. But yesterday was just, let's get the boat out, let's run it, let's knock the cobwebs off everything. I pressure washed it and cleaned it all up. Let's get some fresh gas in it. And we met a big group of friends on the river. We grilled hot dogs and hamburgers. And
you actually took a nap.
And I attempted to take a nap on the boat because that's the first Saturday I've had off in months.
We just needed
in months. So, man, as soon as I ate that big old hamburger, it was hitting me. My eyes were getting sleepy, and I was sprawled right out in the boat on an old zero gravity chair that she has. I took me a little power nap right there on the river. Absolutely gorgeous and beautiful day. So if it's going to be hot, we might as well take advantage of it and be standing around in the water like we were yesterday. Oh my goodness. So Mr. Jimmy says he misses me forgetting to plug in the saw.
Right.
Yeah, I don't necessarily miss it so much as y'all do, but since I've got away from extension cords, my life has changed dramatically. Been able to plug in the wall for some reason. I haven't been forgetting that, so that's been working out really well.
Yeah, I saw the comment about don't forget to plug in the printer.
Yeah, don't forget to plug in the printer. Yeah, somebody said that as I'm doing taxes. Yeah. Oh, goodness. So Shane says they're still drilling holes in the ice to fish up there. Woo, not down here. we're actually standing in it and swimming as we did yesterday. Welcome to Florida. So Will says, what is the favorite fish to catch or eat? My favorite fish to eat, without a doubt, is yellowfin tuna, but they're just not quite in our area. Favorite fish to catch? Me personally, probably bass. I love bass fishing. Absolutely love it. She can't stand it because, well, as most of us know that bass fishes, most of the time it's slow. You may go fish the whole day, only catch one or two. You may have a good day and catch 5, 10, 15 would be an excellent day.
And I'm usually getting hung up in tree limbs and everything else, and that's not too fun for me.
It's not too fun for me either, getting all those lures out those tree limbs. Yeah, her favorite type of fishing is somewhere out in the middle of the ocean where she can't get hung up, and when you can drop it and catch. Drop it and catch. That's
I'm
her.
not a fisher, I'm a catcher.
Yeah, she doesn't like fishing, she likes catching. So hopefully that answered your question there. And Chris says, I'm not allowed to have a day off and no fishing till the house is move-in ready. Thanks, boss Chris. Between you and Tiffany, I can have no fun in my life. Appreciate it. So I see Miss Pam just jumped on, says, hi, Andrew, Tiffany, and Miss Pam says, hello, Bullet.
He's getting him a little nap.
I think he is getting him a nap. This is Bullet's perfect weather. It's currently 81 degrees, actually just bumped 80, so Bullet loves this type of weather. He's going to take him a power nap outside. Let's see what else we got here. So how did the Gator tail boat run, says Cash. It did great to have been sitting up under the barn for months. We did take it out a few weeks ago. Several weeks ago on one kind of cool day and just rode around, but I've had zero issues with it starting up and kind of winterizing and sitting over the winter. I guess this would be the second winter that we've had it now that it's set through. No issues. Running like a top. I need to do a full service on it and kind of get it ready, as well as my saltwater boat. I need to go ahead and do a full oil change and lower unit change out. I need to change the water pump on it. Got quite a few things I need to do to get ready for some potential springtime fishing, sandbar hopping, and beach trips this year that I hope we'll take.
I hope. If you'll let me have some time off.
Yeah, if I'll let you talk to your boss. I'm not your boss. You don't get vacation time at work? Oh, goodness. And I guess I got to talk to my boss to see if I'm allowed to take a week or so vacation this year. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, my goodness. So I see a question for Tiffany. Are you going to do the same sauce with the cauliflower as you did before? It sounded good. I did not write down all the ingredients.
No, I'm actually just going to kind of keep it simple because the chicken parmesan with the battering and the frying and having to keep an eye on that. So I'm just going to kind of butter it up and steam it. But that sauce I did make was very similar to kind of like an Alfredo sauce that you just mix up some flour and milk and seasonings and all that. So you can get creative.
I guess you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cash says no fire tonight. Nah, apparently you didn't hear me. It is 80 degrees right now, bumping to 81, 80.9 degrees. Guess what? No fire. Ain't happening. Absolutely ain't happening. He would be the only one that would enjoy a fire on a day like today. I'm in flip-flops, shorts, sweating. I've got underneath the outdoor sink twice today and bathed because I've been covered in sweat as I've been working on the mower and everything else. Oh, heck no. A fire ain't even on my mind.
We got to conserve the wood, too.
Well, we're doing okay. We didn't burn as much this winter as I thought. Now, it's supposed to, there's a little cool front coming through tonight into tomorrow. We got a decent chance of rain. Then I think it's going to be in the 60s and 40s or 70s and 40s. So the next few afternoons will be cool enough that we will have fires, but not when it's 83 degrees like it was today. That's almost pull out the inflatable pool and let's have the belly flop contest weather right there. Not to get y'all excited. That is not happening tonight. But I'm just saying, we're almost at that weather right there.
See, he's ready to do belly flops again.
Yeah. So Chris says that I hold the world record for the biggest stickfish. Yeah. I do. And I've got that on camera. And I should have mounted it. I still regret throwing it back. But my gut tells me I'm going to catch an even bigger one, probably this year. Now, she always catches way bigger stickfish than me. She catches them every time we go fishing, constantly. She'll catch
the whole tree.
She'll catch them on land. She'll catch them in the water. She catches fish sticks. Fish sticks. Yeah, now I'm thinking about food. Fish sticks, stickfish constantly. So Miss Gail says, do we have an update on the bathroom and the tile man? Yes. So I will say the tile is completely done. It was actually finished 2 to 3 days ago. I'm waiting on the tile man, which I don't expect him to come out here and work through the weekends, and that's absolutely what he's been doing. Just waiting on him to come seal the grout and the tile. As soon as he comes and seals everything, it's all completely dry now. I'm going to install the shower door, which is currently here. I don't see why on earth I can't have the video out this week. I know I said that last week, but it's taken a while to get to this point, no doubt about that. But all the tile, grout, everything is completely done. I had to make multiple trips back to town, getting little things. We changed a few things along the way, so we're very close. I don't want to put any spoiler pictures out because I'll just do a video, and I'll go ahead and admit the video is going to be kind of boring. He did so much work at nighttime, all through the night. On weekends, I didn't get to catch much footage because, well, we just weren't around, or we had a lot going on, or we were asleep.
Yeah.
He comes out here and works at night. Well, he'll mechanic during the day and do other different jobs. So it's just been hard to catch content. They also tried to record me content, him and his wife did, and they sent it to me, but I cannot get it to upload properly. It's recorded off of a phone, and for some reason when I go to edit it, it's grainy. The sound doesn't match up, so it's still going to be a video, no doubt. Y'all still going to get to see it. You'll see me install a shower door, but it's not going to be a step-by-step or how-to or as in-depth as I was hoping it would be.
Just to basically show y'all.
Yeah, just to show
what it looks
But
like.
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We want to get a shower and we want to get moved in the house. And this week, just to let y'all know, I'm going to finish up the soffit tomorrow on the porch. I've already started some porch electrical and getting that prepped and ready for paint. We'll finish that last little bit of siding in that video as well. And then I'm moving into flooring.
So are you going to start flooring this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, flooring will start this week.
Good.
Without a doubt.
Good.
And for my ice maker people, I am going to start ice maker videos this week too. Dadgummit, I'm going to do it. I've got to defrost and clean out that whole thing.
Sounds like a big job list.
Yeah, it is.
Garden, electrical, siding, flooring.
I didn't say I was going to
ice maker.
complete all this. Ice maker can go over a couple weeks.
Even just starting all those, that's 5 different projects.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
It's what I do. I overload my plate.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
And then apologize after the
No, that's only been for the ice maker. I've been getting with everything else. Oh my goodness. So, yep. I've done missed a pile of comments again. Fire racks are empty. What you been doing, Andrew? Says Crystal. Come on, Crystal. For real? You haven't been watching the videos? Yes, I know. I've not put the commitment into firewood, fishing, fun stuff, nothing this year. It's been 100% dedicated to that house. As soon as this house is done, I'm getting on some stuff, and I already see another question from, I think it was Benny. Do we have any fire pits for sale? I currently do not, but that is one of the first things I plan on jumping on and building and trying to generate some side income as soon as this house is done. And I've got some really cool fire pits, cookers, smokers, some things I have never seen before in mind as well that I'm wanting to build. So I'm gonna have some cool videos coming out for that. I just got to get in the house first. And then we've got all the fun house projects that'll come, the outdoor kitchen, the deck if lumber would ever drop, as well as a few other fun projects.
Yeah, we're adding to the list.
I know. We keep building this list and the money keeps going down. But that's okay. We'll find it eventually. So Kermit says, are you putting in a garden? Yes. He says putting in a garden ? That's right. I mean, down here in Florida, you can start relatively early. We always plant our potatoes very early because they're slow growers. So I'm going to do a full clean out on the garden tomorrow because it's a mess. There's weeds and everything else. I got to pull out fall garden crops that are dead now, some old summer crops, get everything cleaned up. I also need to make a trip to town this week. I have a friend that's going to let me borrow his dump trailer. Oh boy, I just started something there. And I'm going to go pick up a couple of yards of compost to freshen up the garden beds. So I've got a very, very busy week coming up. But we'll start with the cleaning the garden beds out, getting everything prepped and ready, looking good, planting the potatoes, and then I'll keep an eye on the future forecast, and I may start planting a garden next week, the week after. That's a bit early for us because we typically always get another frost or two before Easter. It happened last year, and it burnt me. It burnt my garden up, literally. I couldn't protect it. So we'll just have to see and play it by ear when we're going to dive into the full garden. But garden, always exciting for me. I look forward to it. Love gardening. It's a heck of a lot of work, but nothing tastes like fresh vegetables.
We got to make some room.
Yeah, we do got to make some room. Now that I think about it, we're here, we're about to plant a garden, and we got a deep freezer that's full.
We do. We do.
We better get to making some food, cooking some vegetables, without a doubt. Let's see what else we got here. What about the porch lights? Yes, that's been a common question. So we have decided y'all keep asking your questions over because I'm kind of skipping around because I've been talking to them. We've decided we are going to do the soffit lighting. That's going to clean the porch up. And we know that this is not permanent for us. So if for some reason we don't like the soffit lighting, which a lot of y'all sent pictures and showed me stuff and told me y'all love yours.
I forgot that we changed our mind again the other night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Because I was like, wait. No.
I done tore it all out. We going with it now. I've done started tearing all the electrical out on the porch and done set everything up for soffit lighting. So she's the one that changed her mind again. At first she said no. Then she's like, yes. You know how indecisive women
Very
can be.
Indecisive.
Yeah.
Well, we were out here the other night and one of the lights were on over there where the tile guy was working, and we kind of decided we're probably not going to have those lights on all the time, so it's really not that big of a deal.
It's not. A lot of people have questioned it, and a lot of people have said, yes, go for it. It looks good. But y'all got to understand, I bet there's only a few times a year we're actually going to use those lights. We're mainly just going to use a single light at the door if for any reason we need to light up the side porch, but our main porch that we're going to light up is what we're calling our back porch, the big porch. That's where we're going to constantly have lights off and on. That's why I've put in dimmer switches. I've put in a Wi-Fi switch for back there so we can control it from the phone while we're out there. Side porch lights,
Now, did we finally decide on dimming that one too?
I've already got a dimmer switch installed.
For those soffit lights?
Oh, no, I don't have that.
Yeah, I want to dim them.
Okay, yeah, ain't no problem. All right. So, yeah, there's the decision on that. Closing the soffits, put 5 soffit lights in. Now we're going to have 10 lights on the big back porch, the 800 square foot porch. And I've already started taking electrical and stuff out and cleaning up the side porch, prepping it, getting it ready for paint. That'll eventually come here, I guess, in probably the next couple weeks. I'll paint the house, paint the porch ceiling, and our ultimate decision, where we're currently at now, what we think we're going to do. I just seen a question, what are y'all going to do with the porch ceiling? I think we're going to carry the tongue and groove pine look from inside outside. I've talked with a few people. They've said long as you really polycoat and seal that pine well, it should do okay in protected areas like a porch ceiling. I was just concerned about mold, mildew, being able to clean it, but I have a friend that does a lot of this stuff, and he just says if I'll seal it on every single side and do multiple coats on the front, he thinks that I'll be okay for cleaning, and it should last a long time like that. And then when you're looking in the house, looking out the windows, you'll kind of just see that whole tongue and groove carry itself outside. Right. So it'll look like an extension of the living room. That is definitely much later on, because that is several $1,000s. Yeah. And I'd much rather personally put that money toward an outdoor kitchen, a few other things that we can enjoy now, than the porch ceiling. So we're just going to have to kind of jump back later once things calm down and settle out for a little bit. Losing my voice. Oh, let's see here. So Erica says, any chance you'll have a fire pit and fire ring done by 5/13? Oh, 5/5 through 5. Yeah. Oh, she's on vacation in Orange Beach, Alabama. We'll drive over if you pick it up. That's a heck of a drive. I don't know if you know how far that is. I possibly, yes, because whenever I finally do commit to make a day or two of making those, I'm going to try to knock out a pile of them. And I've had a waiting list since last March, believe it or not. And I'm sure some people are still going to want them. Some people are probably, hey, I got tired of waiting. And I apologize for that. I've told everybody up front the house has to come first and foremost. So, yes, that is very, very possible. I can have several done to the people I've already committed to and have you a small pit and ring as well. As far as future ones, I don't know. It's hard to get tanks right now. Metal's through the roof. Tanks have went up. People are scrapping them. And let's face it, I can't triple the price of my fire pits and fire rings because nobody would buy them, and that's about how steel is done right now. So I'm going to have to be a little cautious on how I pick up materials to continue to make fire pits and fire rings. So reach out to me, shoot me an email, and yeah, we should be able to make that happen. So there's Cash with the dump trailer, grapple, mini excavator, Duramax, and diesel. You're right. If I had all those things, I'd be sitting high on the hog, as they say. All right, so I see a lot of people asking about porch lights. Hopefully y'all just heard that. So that has been answered. Do I have a way? I'm going to try to keep the ants down this year. That's been on my mind. I may have to get a little more, I don't want to use this word, toxic this year. I'm going to really work hard on my diatomaceous earth. I've done giving up on grits and cinnamon and all that other stuff that you hear about. I tried so many things last year. I'm I've given up on it. So a lot of the home remedies are not working like I need. We have fire ants like y'all have never seen. My neighbor just burned off his field, and there's literally hundreds, if not thousands, I mean thousands of ant mounds out there now that the grass is burned away. We've just got fire ants here like I have never in my life seen. So diatomaceous earth, I'm working hard this year, and I may move into some safer alternatives of insecticides like 7 Dust, although I'm still very cautious about using that stuff. But we're going to have to really work on these ants this year, and we're going to have to work on them early because I lost almost my entire potato crop last year, and I'm not letting that happen again this year. You put in so much work, time, energy, and effort just to have those little critters eat them up. So we're going to get serious about that this year. All right, so I start to see a lot of people says, put me on the wait list for fire pit. Do me a favor, how I've been keeping my list, email me. kellyscountrylife@gmail.com. The link is down in the description. Make sure you spell it correctly. It's in the description of any video. And what I do is star those messages, and then it saves the date that somebody asked about it. And that's the order that I go back in on. Hey, you've been waiting the longest. I'm about to start building. Yay or nay, do you want one? That's the easiest way for me to keep up with a running list. So email me if you're serious about wanting a fire pit or fire ring. Oh, let's see here. Crystal says, hope you got some good knee pads. My dad gave me a set. I just bought another set the other day. I'm experimenting, but yes, I am not looking forward to flooring, to be perfectly honest with you. It's going to kill my back. It's going to kill my knees, and I have a ton of it to do. I'm not excited about it at all. But we're going to do it because some of the quotes I've been getting for people to put it down is outrageous, astronomical. So I'm, without a doubt, going to save that money, thousands upon thousands of dollars, and I'm capable of doing it. We're saving that money. We absolutely are. And Cash says, put the roll-up door on the to-do list. Yes, yes, I do need to do that. Thank you very much.
We just need to have a notepad right here. So we
Yeah.
start adding to a list.
Tell me about it. All right, so let's see here. Demand Your Health says, that's expensive to do pine outside, right? It is. It'll be thousands upon thousands of dollars.
But
so
later on.
Yep, absolutely later on. But here's the thing. It'll actually be cheaper than doing aluminum or steel soffit right now. I went and priced that out. It'll actually be $1,000 or $2,000 cheaper. Although it is one of the more expensive options and extremely time consuming, but man, the end result will be absolutely beautiful. So I see Chris actually made a live stream tonight. Chris and Tiffany, our other Chris.
All right.
They typically watch us
Welcome,
back on a
y'all.
Monday or Tuesday. They said they always cook, what Tiffany cooks. So thank you very much, Chris, for joining us
Thank
tonight
you.
and the generous donation that
Thank
you
you
just
so
made.
much.
And he says, finally made a live stream. We never miss it. Just have to watch the next day. And Andrew, watching you build y'all's house and your over attention to detail has been so fun to watch. And he is you're a home inspector, right, Chris, if I remember correctly? I think it was a home inspector. Yes. So if you say that I'm paying good attention to detail, you've probably seen a ton of homes, good and bad. I'll take your vote of confidence there. Thank you very much for the generous donation. They've been around a long time.
He's a real estate appraiser.
Real estate appraiser. All right, I knew it was something real estate. I couldn't quite remember. But if you're dealing with real estate, you've seen a lot of stuff. All right, let's see here. Did I get my taxes done, says Mike? I did, and I ain't gonna lie, I was so stinking nervous. So nervous, because this is my first full year with social media, and then how do you do write-offs with it, which I will say, doing YouTube content and Facebook content does bless us for an extreme amount of write-offs. That is something that is a huge help to us right now until the channel continues to grow. I was nervous I was going to have to pay in thousands just because of the way things were this past year. And when it was all said and done, I think we were in the hole like $75. It couldn't have worked out any better
Yeah, it was
because I was
awesome.
scared to death. I was about to write one of the biggest checks of my life. Now, yeah, we didn't get no
Huge
big,
blessing.
we didn't get no big fat check back, and we had to go in the hole a tiny bit. I will take it. I was thrilled. So obviously things were done correctly from write-offs and income and everything else. Just about a wash we can take. That's always a good thing because I know that sometimes there's people that pay in thousands, and then there's people that get thousands and thousands back. That just wasn't us this year. So I'll take it. I was happy. It was 2 days of stress and chaos trying to add and figure up everything, and then nerve-wracking in the CPA's office.
It was a very stressful week for you.
Yeah, didn't have a clue what was going to go on, and it took, my appointment took an hour and 38 minutes. I timed it. to get through all that stuff. So it wasn't just some simple personal income tax return. Going and deep diving and digging through all the YouTube side of things along with our personal side and what we call our farm, because we actually do tree farm here. There was a lot to dig through, and it's a lot to understand. So a CPA was 100% worth the payment for us this year. But we came out okay. We're not going to jail, and we don't owe thousands of dollars, so I'll take it. Oh, goodness. So Shauna says, have I tried peppermint? I actually have. That's for the ants in the garden. I think I've seen some decent results with cinnamon and peppermint and things like that. The problem is we have so many, and I mean so many fire ants around here. Little home remedy type of things don't seem to work. I've got to really go at them. And I'm probably going to have to actually use granules and poisons and things like that outside of the garden this year and really try to stop them before they come inside the garden fence. I just don't want to use that stuff right around my food for obvious reasons, but we're going to have to start working it a little closer to the garden and just really put a dent in these things.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
we had a couple comments that we should get an anteater
an anteater?
as our first animal.
I do. They're called armadillos. I see them dig up ant beds all the time.
Well,
I don't think they're eating ants. I think they're looking.
Population of armadillos.
Oh gosh, don't even get me started on these armadillos, y'all. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
Really bad.
Yep. We went riding a couple nights this past week, and I'm talking every turn armadillos.
Yeah.
You see one right here. You look 15, 20 feet down. There's another armadillo. Like it's really bad. It's going to take me forever to cover up all these holes and fix my pasture. Holy moly. All right. Let's see here. I have missed so many comments. I apologize. Man, I've been yakking tonight. So Big Red 350X says he has a 12 by 16 dump trailer for sale. Buddy, if I had the money, I would be talking with you. You don't need a bunch of fire pits, do you? I might trade you. All right. Yeah, let's see here. Wow, so Joshua says he just did 200 square foot of the life-proof flooring for a friend, and he was sore. Well, I hate to tell you, buddy, I've got 1,700 square feet to do. And if you're telling me 200 square foot wore you out, oh, man, I'm nervous. I mean, I got 1,700 square feet of flooring to put down.
Yeah, well,
It's going to take a while. I'm not looking forward to it.
you also don't like help either.
And I also don't like spending a pile of money either. So I'll save that money. I'll save that money without a doubt. Let's see what else we got here. So Mr. Donald says, do I like the fire pit videos that he sent? I'll be honest with you, Mr. Donald, I am way behind. I mean, way behind on videos and emails. So I will have to dig through and check those out. Between Facebook taking off over the last few weeks, like thousands of new people, tons of comments, private messages, answering my daily YouTube comments, I have kind of let email slip. I really have. I have a ton of unread messages on there, and I've got to get back to it. So I apologize for not checking those out just yet. Okay, so Chad says he used to Lovelock, what's that, Nevada? Eagle Pinch Minerals is there, so I guess that's where they actually mine some of the diatomaceous earth. I'm a huge believer in diatomaceous earth. I think it's awesome. Problem is, if you water every day or get a lot of rain like we do in Florida, you're constantly applying this stuff. But it's an awesome, safe deterrent for insects. I 100% agree with it, and it seems to be extremely safe. All right, let me scroll on down because I am way behind. Way behind.
I like Crystal's comment. Have
Which
you got
one?
her comment yet?
I don't know. I'm
About
so
the
far behind.
ants?
Yes, and everybody keeps telling me that. Crystal says,
That is very interesting.
well, I've heard it 100 times.
Really?
Yep. Take a scoop of
Never
ants
heard
from
of
one
that.
pile, throw them in the other, and supposedly they fight to death.
Oh my God.
Fight. I need to try that this year because I bet you I've had that comment 100 times, and for some reason, I keep dragging around on trying it.
It's such an easy solution too.
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
need to try that, and I will try that this year, and we'll actually run a little test and see if that works. But I've heard it enough. There's got to be some truth to it. My goodness.
Oh yeah, maybe we can set up a camera.
No, we ain't setting up a camera. But we'll go out and check and see if the ant beds are, there ain't nothing in it the next few days. I'm not going to sit and record 72 hours worth of ant footage.
Who wants to see ant footage?
No, not doing it because you don't have to edit and go through all that. That ain't happening. Oh, my goodness. So Chris says my hair is getting long. I need a haircut. And Cash says you need more dillers in the garden, no more ants. Hey, Dillers ain't going to my garden either because they dig up everything. And Shauna wants to know if I've ever eaten armadillo. No.
Happening.
That is a very popular question. I told y'all, ain't never happening, but if y'all can get us to 1 million subscribers, I'll eat one.
He did say that.
Yep.
Yeah, and I said I would cook it for him.
Got to get us to 1 million subscribers. I'll eat one.
On the Blackstone.
Yep. So it sounds like we're not eating one for a long time, if ever.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. David Lehman says, or didn't say nothing, but made a donation to us.
Thank you so
Yep,
much.
absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Y'all's donations mean a heck of a lot, and I can promise you they're going right back into house, garden, things you see on the channel without a doubt.
Absolutely.
So, David, thank you so much for that. Truly do appreciate it. That's the other thing I'm going to try this year. DeVault says sugar water and borax. I am going to try to make some little cups this year, and a lot of people show that you can make sugar water, borax, put bread in there, things that'll soak it up, and they'll come in and eat it, carry it back to the colony, and you just put a little sealed container there, poke holes in it, and they'll come in and feed on it, and they take care of themselves. That is something else that's absolutely worth trying this year, and I've heard that enough, and actually seen a few YouTube videos, and that seems to be successful, so we're going to try that. And if y'all see me, I keep itching myself, it's because I'm actually ate up from where ants tore me up the other day when I was splitting firewood. A lot of people seen that. So Lon says, have I gotten the electricity for the house okay? I have not, and that's because I have not called for it. Technically, I need to have the plumbing 100% complete. Plumbing's not going to be done until the flooring's in and vanities and stuff like that are in. So I'm going to kind of wait around to get permanent power and make sure I've met everything that the inspector absolutely wants, because I'm really in no bind right now. I've got temporary power under the house, HVAC's running, I've got everything I need out there just as if permanent power is pulled, other than, yes, it's aggravating power's run across the yard. So there's just no rush. I'm waiting to call the inspector for one big final inspection because he lives so far away and his office so far away. Let him knock out a bunch of inspections, give me the thumbs up for electrical, and then we'll start working on that CO. So that's coming. A lot of people have been wondering where the heck power was. I've just seen no need to rush it just yet. Next on the Kelley's Outdoor Ant Battles. Oh boy, that'd be such a fun series. I don't know. You never
a little clip. You
never
can put it
know.
in fast forward and just see a bunch of ants.
I guarantee it's probably some anti-YouTube rules. I can't show that. Well, they'll probably something like that. That'll be what finally gets the channel banned. Ant fighting.
Ant fighting.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yep. So Shane brings up an excellent point. Remember to open up mini boxes of flooring and mix match them, because the flooring that we got, typically your higher end flooring is mix match, and you want to make for sure you mix that up good and not have a bunch of the same patterns over and over and over. So Chris and Tiffany, thank you very much again for another extremely generous donation.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Said Andrew mentioned it, but Tiffany, we appreciate your cooking segment so much. Yes. Yep, she caught on to that. And we have what we call Tiffany Tuesday,
That's awesome.
where we attempt to recreate one of your Blackstone recipes. No kidding, we have done probably 90% of them.
That's so cool.
No, that's not. Why haven't you done 100% of them? 100%, Chris.
They might have not liked something that we did cook, so.
You don't never know till you
okay.
try it. No.
But I don't know if you heard us on one of the videos we were
Yeah, that's
talking
what he
about that. I
says.
was like, I want to see some pictures. That's cool. Thank y'all. That's very flattering.
That is.
We hope y'all liked it.
Yeah, when she read that a while back after you told me she was her eyes and smile
cool.
lit up. So
Tiffany Tuesday.
Yeah, we've always thought the world of y'all, so thank y'all so very much for that. All right, so Mr. Robert says, enjoy all your videos. Been watching from Milledgeville, Georgia. I'm familiar with where that is for a long time. Thank you for watching, Mr. Robert. Let's see what else we got here. More ant talking, ant fighting, Kelley's ant battles. And Miss Patricia says, be careful of those armadillos. They can carry a form of leprosy.
Yes.
That's why I say it's going to have to be 1 million subscribers. So I can, make enough money for the hospital bill.
Oh my gosh.
I doubt there's even a cure for leprosy anymore, because like nothing carries it. 1 million subscribers, that's it. Ain't happening. All right. So Joe's Crayon says he's actually getting a fire pit soon, and also appreciate your tip on watching out for the fire ants. You're welcome, and thank you for watching us. Enjoy your fire pit. Hopefully you get it before summer hits and you can use it. And as Robert and quite a few other people are saying, if you enjoy these live streams and videos, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and like button. We truly do appreciate it. Jimmy says chocolate covered ant bites in the future. Nah, not happening. Oh, and Chris says he can do about 600 square foot of flooring in a day. but you don't need help for that. I'm thinking it's 600 is a lot. That would be about 3 days of work for me. We'll see if my back can get it done in 3 days and my knees. I have a feeling it's probably going to take me about a week to do that.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this is...
I was thinking 2 weeks.
This is 2 weeks? All right. She says 2 weeks. I'm going to go with that and see if we can beat it. I think I can beat it.
Well, just because of your back and thinking about the loft and I don't know if you're going to do that right
No,
now.
I'm going to do the loft probably after CO, and then
Mm-hmm.
when we do the railing and stairs, that's probably when I'll jump back up and knock the loft out. So just so y'all are familiar and understand, the loft's going to get done and complete after move-in. That's not a space that we have to have for move-in. We're still designing the stairs and railing. That's something that I'll start building out here in the shop and can carry in the house and set up. So the loft is really not going to mess us up at all for move-in, other than we have to make it safe to pass CO. So I have to put some sort of temporary barrier up there that you couldn't, fall off for the insurance and CO. He just wants to see some sort of safety barrier that I can go back, basically remodel and put my stairs how I want, my railings how I want. And I keep waiting for steel to drop because I'm going to need a lot of steel for this project, and it's not really dropping. Man, it needs to hurry up and drop. My goodness. So, Demand Your Health says he would love to see some recipes on the regular grill. Still can't afford a Blackstone just yet. We do need to do that. That may be something we do as we keep running out of Blackstone recipes. We may just move over to the grill. We did Skinner bites in forever. We want to do some of those over there, some real simple stuff. Yeah. It's hard to do some grilling and some definitely can't do smoking on a live stream because it takes forever.
Yeah, I think most, for the live stream, the presentation of us,
that's
kind of
true.
doing it, and
a lot of times the grill,
sitting with the lid closed.
Yeah, a lot of times the grill is a really boring presentation. It's flip, wait, maybe not. Yeah, she's right. That may not be the best presentation for a live stream. Something maybe we could do for a recorded video so we can cut out we're going to sit here and wait for 45 minutes while this grills and cooks. And the Blackstone's a little more in your face and you can see what's going on.
I have some ideas for the future. Like once we're doing live streams on the back porch and everything's more organized and stuff, we might kind of start out maybe doing a little cooking, and we might even have like that in the background.
Yeah, we could do that.
And we'll be cooking while we're doing the live stream and just make it a little bit more comfortable. And so that's kind of some ideas I have.
Yeah, we definitely want to grow into
so
some of that stuff.
So then we can do some grilling with
when
that.
we have the house.
The live stream is typically about an hour to an hour and a half. So for grilling, we can just kind of.
Yeah. Well, we're going to experiment and grow. No doubt about
that.
So let's see here. Cash says, if the fire ants bite you, you should bite them back. Okay, Cash. That's some deep thinking right there.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that. Oh my goodness, y'all are crazy. And John says y'all don't have armadillos in North Carolina. Really? I figured y'all would, but was told they're really just possums on the half shell. Well, I don't eat possum and I don't eat armadillo. I don't care if it's half shell or not. We ain't figuring it out. Y'all are very lucky you don't have these little miniature boar hogs rooting your yard all up. I'm still gonna make a video and show y'all how bad my pasture is. It's insane. It's gonna take me a full day just to go out there with buckets full of dirt and start patching these holes and covering things up. I have never seen it this bad. Absolutely insane. I really need to build some armadillo traps. I know some of y'all have sent me some designs for that. That's just, again, there ain't enough hours in the day. I got so many projects and things I want and need to do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So Steve Kelley says he'll even buy an ant hat if we'll make one. Speaking of, I got to get on the hats. I've got to
a lot of stuff is going to come once the house is done.
I know.
He's really trying to get to that point where we can just get it done, get that out of the way, and then there'll be a lot of other things going on.
I will have some free time then that I'm going to want to fill up with some of these projects and things, and I will do it because I don't sit still, I don't take naps, I don't sit inside, and I'll need something to do. So I'll keep a running list of all this stuff that I've got to get on. So what type of tomatoes do you plant? And miss the good old homegrown tomatoes, and plan to plant a few plants, but you have to wait till April. We really need to wait till April ourselves because of frost, although where I plant my tomatoes is on a protected side of a building, and I'm starting to see tomato plants showing up at our local stores right now. The last few times I planted them, because last year was my first year ever eating tomatoes.
Yep. And planting.
I haven't liked them ever, my entire life, but my tastes have started changing, and now I'm eating tomatoes more and more. Actually, I had 2 burgers yesterday with tomatoes on them for lunch and supper. I'm starting to enjoy tomatoes. So last year I just bought the old Bonnie plant tomatoes. It's I forget what the heck they're called. They got multiple ones, but it's just the one that's just kind of the known species of Bonnie plant, and that's probably what I'm going to do again this year because I'm still figuring it all out. Now the little grape tomatoes, man, them things taste awesome.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some grape tomato
We
plants.
can. That ain't no problem.
Because I make a bunch of pasta salads.
She does. And I've started eating pasta salads. I used to didn't like that
and then we
either.
can put the grape tomatoes in our salads.
Yeah, we can.
Regular salads.
So we're just going to do probably another run of Bonnie plants this year until I slowly figure
Unless
out.
anybody has any suggestions.
Yeah.
On something that, we could grow here.
Yeah, so we'll see. Just slowly figuring the tomato thing out. I've always planted gardens my entire life, but tomatoes, that's new for me just because I've never liked them. But I'm starting to like them a lot now. And so Joshua says once you get rolling up, it's not too bad on the floor, and it does help if you have a cut guy. And he uses a miter saw, jigsaw, and a track saw. Yes, I can see having somebody to cut would be awesome. Oh my goodness, so much other stuff I've done in the house would be amazing to have somebody. But
that cutter you're gonna have, could you have it pretty close to you?
yeah,
So you're not
I bought
getting
a vinyl floor cutter, but there's so many other cuts you have to do with power saws.
Oh, okay.
That's just for a straight in cut.
Okay.
That ain't for notching out, going around doorways and everything else. So it's going to be a learning experience, no doubt about that. I've already been watching my YouTube videos, learning my DIY stuff. Hey, that's what YouTube's for. Great learning opportunity. And I think I've got me a starting point and a routine figured out. We're just going to keep grinding away till we get it done. Same thing with the tongue groove ceiling. Ain't never done that before. I'm sure I was slow in some areas, but we got it done. It looks great. I think we can do the same thing with the flooring right there. I'm not going to let it scare me. We're going to try it without a doubt. So Cash says he is sending more Cow Camp seasoning along with some other rubs and products. You don't have to do that, but we truly do appreciate it.
I used Cow Camp tonight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. So thank you on that, Cash. Gary says, are you done with the siding yet? Nope. I will probably finish that up tomorrow because we had to make a decision on the electrical, and then I had several days of tax stuff and tax appointments last week, so just haven't had an opportunity to work on it. But the siding will get finished up tomorrow afternoon. We'll start prepping and putting in electrical for soffit lights. I've already started pulling electrical off the porch and cleaning things up, so maybe I can have a video out by Tuesday of the final siding, the soffit, and starting into the electrical. I think I can make that happen. So we'll get that out in the next couple of days. So Linda says, did you start your potatoes, cutting them to harden over? Are you getting starts? No, and actually I'm planting them the same way I've planted my entire life. And whenever I showed that on YouTube last year, people were like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? So I just bought my seed potatoes Friday. It's red new potatoes. That's what I typically plant and what I love to eat. And I leave them whole in a air-conditioned room where they're nice and dry and nice and cool until the day that I'm going to go out and plant. I take a knife, I cut them straight off the potato, cut me an eye off. I put the eye up, put the potato down in a fur that I make. You can put a little fertilizer in or compost, which I'm putting them straight in compost. Hill them over, and I water them. That's what I've done my entire life. I don't let them skin over. I don't let them dry out. Don't let them harden. Nothing. And I typically have a 100% success rate on my potatoes coming up. I see no reason.
Other than ants.
Yeah, no, they still come up. The ants find them later once they put all the big, beautiful potatoes on. Then they want to eat them before I can get them. But I'll show you all that. We're going to start that tomorrow, and I'll have that video out either Tuesday or Wednesday. But I'm telling you, letting the potato skin over, letting it harden, all that stuff, I have never in my life seen a reason to do it. Cut it straight off the potato, stick it straight in your compost, water it in heavy. 100% success rate, always. I really can't remember a time I've had any issues with potatoes coming up. And I'm looking forward to it. Man, I'm ready to start a garden. If it's going to be warm, might as well start a garden. So Glenn says, just keep your head down for now, get the house done, and then you can have fun with everything else. That's what I've been doing the last 12 months. It's starting to get a little old. I want to go fishing. I want to go have some fun. Yeah. But if there is one thing I have always been good at, I hold myself accountable. I keep myself motivated and going, and I don't let myself goof off usually too much. And you have to with this type of lifestyle. I'm my own boss. At the end of the day, if something didn't get done, it's my fault. So I try to keep your nose to the grindstone. Yeah, she does that too. You don't ever have to really stay on me. Like I said, I ain't into naps.
Chris does it.
I ain't into knocking off early. I like to work, y'all. I like to be productive, and you got to with this type of lifestyle. You absolutely do. So, Mr. Rodney, well, I say Mr. I don't know. You could be younger than me. Says Kelley is the only person on YouTube that I follow that actually replies back to his followers. I follow many and watch YouTube more than cable TV. Thank you for being real. You are absolutely welcome. And I hope a lot of people see that. That's one thing that has always bothered the heck out of me with channels that I watch. Now, I understand a channel can eventually get so big to a point they're getting thousands of comments a day, and they can't realistically reply back to everybody. But they still should make some sort of an attempt. I do my best. I can promise y'all with it 100%. This is why I'm so behind on emails and everything else. I read every single comment, and I try to reply to every single comment. Do I miss a few? Do things happen? Yes. Actually, I just had something bad happen about a week and a half ago to where YouTube spammed a bunch of y'all's comments. I wound up going to a folder that comments have to get approved. Basically, we think something's wrong with these comments, whether it's spam or outside links or whatever it may be. And I found hundreds of comments in there. That was frustrating. It must have been a glitch in YouTube that it put a lot of y'all's comments there. So I tried to reply back to everything I could. But with all that said, yes, I do my absolute best because y'all are the reason that I get to live this lifestyle, that I get to work from home, and that I get to make this content. If y'all didn't watch it, well, I'm back to working a 9 to 5 or shift work like I used to and everything else. So I appreciate y'all more than y'all absolutely understand. Without y'all, this thing just doesn't work. I'll read your comments. I really do.
And he stays up late at night, gets up early in the morning responding.
I'm usually up a little after 6 every day responding to comments, and I'm usually laying down 10:30, 11 responding to comments, and I do it all throughout the day as well. That's probably some of the reason the house is not as far along as it should be. I do take a lot of breaks of the day, get to responding, otherwise I get way behind. And man, sometimes there is 50 or 80 comments in a day, and then I've had days where videos are blowing up. There may be 1,000 or more comments in a day. It gets difficult sometimes, and we're eventually going to reach a point on this channel to where I can't respond to everything, but I'm always going to make a genuine effort to read as much as I can and give you some sort of feedback, whether it's a heart or a like or something. So, and I read your comment, and I try to respond with some sort of feedback. So I appreciate you appreciating that.
I'm going to go ahead and get the Blackstone going.
All right. She's going to light the Blackstone. I'm going to keep reading some of your comments. Then we're going to do what we typically do toward the end of a live stream. We're going to cook, and I'm going to get my favorite meal. I'm excited about this. So Shane says, do Roma tomatoes. I've definitely heard of those. I may have even planted some Romas last year. That kind of sounds really familiar. Let's see here. Donald says, time for supper. You nailed it because Tiffany's warming up the Blackstone.
It might be time for his supper.
It might be time for his supper. I don't know. Well, you go eat, Mr. Donald. We're going to eat too. And Chris says they're called Better Boy tomatoes, and the little ones are called cherry tomatoes. That's right. Well, some of them are called grape tomatoes too. I've seen that, and they have all different colors. Better Boy, that does sound like the Bonnie ones there. They turned out great last year. I thought they tasted awesome. Other than I started getting some of those big hornworms and other stuff that really started getting into them. So I'm going to have to work hard on insects this year, and I may have to move to something like 7. I'm definitely not going any stronger of an insecticide than that. So Carrie says, you guys are awesome. Thanks for showing us how to do these projects. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for watching. Glad you're enjoying the content. And Cash says they grow big boys and heritage tomatoes, beefsteaks. I've heard of those as well. The bigger, the better. So, hey, we'll take your suggestions, but ultimately it's going to come down to what I have available locally at my store. So Bill says armadillos are armored up opossums. I guess there's some truth to that. They're all nasty in my mind. And Miss Colleen says, what's for dinner? So we wound up finding a huge, and I mean huge, this big surprise cauliflower head in the garden the other day. We thought it was done, and I'm getting ready to clear it all out and pull it up. So she's going to cook some cauliflower in the Blackstone tonight, and she's cooking probably my favorite meal that she makes, which is chicken parmesan. So looking forward to that. She's over there warming up everything right now. And Joshua says, where's the fishing pond going to be on the property? Probably down, we're just talking, we're dreaming right now, but probably down where the food plot is. I have a huge area, several acres down there that I don't need that much for a food plot. And it happens to go to a low area of the property anyways, which may be good for holding water. If somehow I ever fall into money that I can build a 1, 2, maybe 3 acre pond, something of decent size, that's where it'll go. Oh, I keep watching, what's it, Bama Bass's pond build every stinking Sunday night. That video comes out and it makes me so jealous. It makes me want a pond so bad. I wish this property had a real fishing pond on it. We have ponds out in the woods, but they're not fishing ponds at all, really. They fill up, they can go dry, they'll hold frogs. Occasionally they'll get a fish or two, but they just don't hold enough water, honestly. All right, so Sam says, may have missed it, but have you talked about the food pantry shelving plans or Tiffany's walk-in closet layout yet? We have not. Honestly, we're still in design stages of the closet. She's got some stuff picked out on a man's worst nightmare, which is called Pinterest. Yeah, she's been picking stuff out there left and right. Build me this, build me this, build me this. As far as the pantry goes, we're just going to do some of that standard wire shelving that you see at Lowe's and Home Depot. I had a good friend of mine actually hook me up with some of it out of a salvage job that he had, so I'm just going to go buy a little more and add to it. But the white wire shelving for the pantry, I think will be perfect, and we may eventually build some cabinetry and stuff in there later, just depending on how we want to store stuff. But the closet, that's going to be a huge job. Actually, that's going to be one of the first really big projects once we kind of get the COs knocking the closet and laundry room out. So, whew, we got a lot coming, without a doubt we do. So, Paula says, I think you guys are awesome. Love the videos and your family. Thank you very much. John says, is the bathroom done yet? No. All the tile and grout is in. We're just waiting on the tile guy to come back and seal everything in, and I can hang the shower door, and I will get y'all a video out on that. So it's very, very, very close. So Cynthia says, what's the name of the corn that you plant? It's a sore subject this year. So I've always planted what's called Silver Queen sweet corn. Best corn on the planet in my mind. I couldn't find it this year. But what I did find was called Silver King. I've never heard of Silver King before, but they say it's very similar to Silver Queen, but it's even sweeter. I don't necessarily want to go much sweeter, but we're going to try it out. So I was able to get me a, I don't know, half a pound or pound of that, which is a pile of seeds, and we're going to try that. Now, I still have some leftover Silver Queen seeds from last year, and I may experiment, plant those in another bed and see if they'll come up so I can at least get some of the corn that I know that I'm looking for. So Miss Lee says, late live stream, glad you didn't miss it. What's for dinner? So Tiffany is about to call me over in just a minute for that. We're cooking cauliflower and my favorite chicken, Parmesan. I think I just get bit by a mosquito. So Cash says that's true. Sometimes he wakes up around 4:10 a.m. his time, and I'm replying to his comments. Yeah, if I wake up in the middle of the night, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom or can't sleep, I'm on my phone responding to comments. So I've seen a lot of y'all catch me like that before. Hey man, it's like 3 a.m. where you at? Why are you not sleeping? Well, my mind doesn't rest sometimes, without a doubt. So Joshua says chickens love eating tomato worms. Might be time for some chickens. I agree with you, Joshua. Actually, I just went over to my parents' neighbor's property the other day, and actually they watch some of our videos. I don't know if they watch live streams or not, and they gave me a full tour of their chicken coop, and it's got me really, really wanting to go ahead and build a chicken coop and get some chicks because I thought it was awesome. They're getting like 10 or 11 eggs a day. They did an excellent job on building their coop. It's gave me some design ideas. It's got me excited about that project, and I'm so looking forward to having some chickens running around, eating some bugs and stuff, and getting some eggs. That'd be awesome. I am extremely nervous though about having chickens because, as y'all seen on some videos, we have bald eagles here, huge hawks, bobcats, coyotes, everything else. So we're only going to be able to let them out for a very limited time when we can keep an eye on them. They're mostly going to have to stay in the pen. That's just the way it is. Now, I've been back and forth if I want to build an actual permanent coop or a chicken tractor that can actually move around. It's a movable coop. I think that's the route I really want to go so they can get fresh grass and bugs to eat, and we can kind of get them out of our way if they're messing up a view or something. But I've got a really cool idea in mind for that. We're gonna have an awesome chicken coop build there. So Kermit, thank you very much. Appreciate the donation. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. And let's see. So Tyler says, are you in an area where alligators will be in your pond? Yes. Our ponds are not huge, but occasionally I do get some like little 2 and 3 and 4 foot alligators out there. Now my neighbors right back behind us this way and over this way have big sogs or kind of swampy areas, and they have much bigger alligators because I can hear them bellowing in the spring and summertime like this. So yeah, they're around. Plus, if we get babies and smaller ones on our property, they had to come from somewhere. So there's bigger ones around us making it. We just don't tend to have enough water here on the property to really hold the big guys. So Mr. Jimmy says Silver Queen corn there is $15 a pound. It's by far the most expensive seed that I buy, and then probably spineless okra is the next most expensive seed. And then a lot of other stuff I get, like beans the other day, was 39 cents an ounce. Well, I only needed just a couple ounces to plant everything I need. But then you go to corn, which is like 15 bucks, like you said. But it's still absolutely worth it. So Kermit says, am I still happy with my cell phone booster? Yes, actually I moved it a few weeks ago, repositioned it. I found a new tower, and right now I have 5 bars of service inside of a metal shop. That's pretty awesome. That booster has done paid for itself. That's why we do live streams and everything else here. Tiffany says, come on, let's get cooking. Y'all bear with me. I'm shaking y'all like crazy. Look at this sunset, y'all. The birds are chirping. Is that not springtime? It is springtime. And it's February. Crazy weather. All right, so let's see what Miss Tiffany's cooking, and I'll keep answering your questions. So what we got going on?
All right, so we are about to make some chicken parmesan on the Blackstone. I've never made it on the Blackstone. I always fry up my chicken.
Yeah, how the heck's this gonna work out?
Weeks ago, we did Chick-fil-A chicken on the Blackstone.
And that actually turned out really good.
So I was like, hey, well, why not do chicken parmesan on the Blackstone?
Yep.
And it's been a while since we had it. So what I did with my chicken breast is I marinated it in peppercini sauce, or the juice from the peppercini can overnight. Kind of like what I did with the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I did the pickle juice. So I just did peppercini.
And we love pepperoncinis. That sauce or juice is amazing to me.
And over here, we both really like pastaroni. Anytime that we do like a Alfredo little pasta meal or anything like that. So I have my ingredients on the back in the pan here that I'm just going to let here get warm, and then we'll put that in a few minutes. There's the cauliflower from the garden.
Yeah.
Ready to go on in a few minutes.
Straight out of our garden in some Pratice.
All right, we're going to get this battered up.
All right, and while she's battering that up, I'll answer a few questions. So Tanya says, with limited time out, a chicken tractor is definitely the way to go. I agree. That way, I can set it up anywhere I want. We can put a chicken tractor out here in the sun if it's in the wintertime, and I can pick it up with the tractor, actually. Wheel it over there underneath the oak tree, let them eat grasshoppers, everything else. I can move it all around the yard so they don't wind up tearing up one spot. Plus, that allows them to kind of fertilize wherever I put it. I think a chicken tractor is definitely the way to go. So Joshua says, old bullet over there is trying to get comfortable in his chair. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Always.
Fluffing it up. So, see, zapper time, says Crystal. Yes, it is. It's about to be bug zapper season. Although I tend to not turn this on when we're cooking because, well, it attracts bugs. Cash says cheese, needs cheese.
Oh, we got cheese coming.
Crystal says cheese. Everybody's saying cheese.
Coming.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm going to try something pretty interesting with the cheese.
Oh, no. Tiffany loves to experiment. Makes me nervous sometimes.
I do.
Don't mess up Fat Boy's food now. I'll still eat it anyways. So Jeremy says, I've had good luck with Liquid 7. You can spray it underneath the leaves with an angle head sprayer. Yeah, I know a lot of people that use it. I've just kind of shied away from it, but I suppose it's one of the safer options, getting away from, things like diatomaceous earth and all. So I probably will start venturing into trying some of that, especially on very stubborn bugs. So Bob says he didn't hear the door going up. Well, actually, I did grease it a little the other day, but I need to work on it more. The reason you didn't hear it is because it was already up. We just weren't as windy today as all the other days, so we went ahead and had it up before the live stream. So Robert says, can I do a video on the cell phone booster? Robert, if you'll search the channel, I already did. It's a 20-something minute video of me installing that and testing it. So that is on the channel if you'll do a look around for that. It's called a WeBoost. WeBoost. So I would type in WeBoost, the Kelley's Country Life, see if that brings it up for you.
And if anybody's interested in what I did for my batter, I just did flour and breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs. Not panko, but just regular Italian breadcrumbs, and then just season with whatever you want to put in there.
Yeah. So, let's see. Who would ever thought Blackstone for frying? It worked good last week. Was that last week?
No.
Okay. Well, the week before. It actually worked.
Weeks ago.
It was surprising how well that worked. So Steve says the Bonnie plants are grown in Bells, Tennessee. That's where him and Lisa live. Awesome. Pick me up a few and run them down, would you? My local, I went to town today and tried to get some pepper plants, and the only ones I could find was single potted plants, and they wanted $5 for them. That is not happening. I'm used to buying a 6-pack of plants for like $3 and something. So heck no, I'm not buying the single plants. Maybe they'll show up here before long. So Robert says, what type of dog is Bullet? We're still not 100% sure because he's a rescue dog, but
He's like a fox terrier, miniature pincher,
something like that.
mixture.
That's our guess. He's kind of like a little mini pin. He's definitely a mix of some sort. You know what type of dog he is? He's a lazy dog. Hey, they talking about you. And he's a sleepy dog. He's all kinds of stuff. And he's an AC loving dog, a couch loving dog. Yeah, that's what Bullet is. Let's see what else y'all got here. Do we ever have power outages? And if so, a generator? Absolutely. This is Florida. Now, I will say we are very, very fortunate with this piece of property that we are only about a quarter of a mile from a power station. So whenever we lose power, they typically always start at the power station and start working out from it. So we get power back very quickly over here, especially compared to our last home. Oh my gosh, our last home was horrible. They didn't do a good job of trimming the tree lines, and there was constant power outages. But with that said, yes, we have generators because even with us getting power back quickly, we still, during hurricanes and major weather events, they can't send the lineman out, and you may be out hours. And then we've even, believe it or not, had, let me turn around and talk to y'all. We've had ice storms here, yes, in Florida about 3 years ago. That knocked power out for days. We also had back-to-back hurricanes that knocked power out for 3 or 4 days. So it does happen here. Sometimes there's just too much going on and the linemen are overwhelmed. So something I'm working on with the house, we've already got the outside generator plug that's there, right there in the wall. We're going to be running propane over there as well because I have a dual fuel generator that can run on propane. And down the road, we may look into some solar powered, basically battery generators to where we can do backup power that way and have it constantly ready. It's just not worthwhile for us to go full solar out here because electricity is so cheap and it doesn't go out often. But we're going to look into some other options for backup. But a generator in Florida, an absolute must, without a doubt. Too many hurricanes. What else we got here?
Smelling good.
Yeah. So Demand Your Health says Liquid 7 didn't work on any green beans last year. So you probably had, I don't know what you had in green beans. We had a bad problem with Ormy. I cannot talk tonight. Uh-oh. Army worms last year. So she was curious.
Got pretty hot.
Well, we're also trying something new. She was wanting to know, can you boil on a Blackstone? We're trying that out tonight. Yes, you can. Look at there. We just found that out. So she's like, you know what? Since I'm already out here working and cooking, I want to see if I can boil on this. I mean, look at there.
Makes it convenient. That way you can just do everything on one surface.
Yeah,
here.
I didn't think it would boil very easily, but it just come flying out of the pot.
Oh yeah.
It absolutely did.
Simple, easy pasta here.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Right. So Sam says his Starlink finally arrived here in West Texas last week. Hopefully yours will get there soon. Oh man, y'all, I have been jonesing for that Starlink to show up, and I've actually know some people locally that have gotten theirs. I just checked last week, and it still says expected by mid-2022. So hopefully in the next couple months we get it. And it also notated that it's first come, first serve in line. That's the way they do it. So I must have just signed up too late last year. It was middle of summer last year, probably.
Love our garlic. Always got to add extra garlic.
Yes, we do. and you're getting more comments about your oil bottle. That works out so well. It's just a
Yes,
ketchup bottle.
it
Clean it out
does.
with vinegar, and there you go. Homemade squirt bottles. Let's see here. So Kelvin says neem oil for the garden. Actually, I started using that last year, but you've got to be careful with neem oil because I have found it will burn up the leaves of some plants. I found that out the bad way last year. And neem oil, I think that's the one that I used for the army worms, and it worked pretty good. So I see boiling water for ants. That's another good option. But we have so many, I'd be boiling water all day long. And wow, I'm way behind on comments. Uncle Tim, thank you so much for a very, very generous donation. Says been on the road all day, just got home in time to see Tiffany do her magic. That's right. So, not homemade pasta. A big surprise cauliflower head that we found out in the garden. I mean, beautiful cauliflower. It snuck up on us, and then she's making my favorite meal and figuring out how to do it on the Blackstone.
I never claimed
Chicken
to be a
Parmesan.
chef, but
I
I'm
don't-
showing y'all the easy way of how we do things.
You are better than a chef. I'll take it. Man, I wish I could zoom out on this phone. Nope, it's... Sorry, y'all. I'm playing with the phone here. Wish I could zoom out. It's not going to let me. It's too zoomed in. All right, let's see here. Man, I'm so behind on comments. So, Cash says that the storm shelter wired up with power from the house or pole barn. It is wired up from the pole barn itself, and I do not have it set up for generator power because I have battery backup generators inside. So, y'all seen me test some of those, I don't know, I call them battery generators, but it's just a battery power supply that will run even our little mini ACs and everything else. That's what we take in with us if we go ride out a hurricane, or if we have a bad line of thunderstorms coming through with tornado risk. We just got the storm shelter with those battery generators, and we can power it straight from the inside. Because the last thing you'd want to do in the middle of a hurricane is go outside and fire up a gas generator. So we prepare ourselves to pretty much stay in there. So Dan says, have we ever tried sliced jalapenos or jalapeno breaded and fried cooked? Oh, yes. Well, we do what's called stuffed jalapenos down here and fry them, but we haven't did straight slices. I'm sure that would taste absolutely fine. So Glenn says he's seen somebody covering an anthill with Flex Seal. Man, that stuff works on everything. That's an expensive way to get rid of ants, though. So Shauna says, yeah, bacon wrapped jalapenos with cream cheese. Boy, we love that too.
Yes, we do that with banana peppers and...
Actually, Cuban peppers we found out is
Noah's.
awesome. Love doing the Cuban peppers. So what model Blackstone do we have? This is just the old 36-inch wide basic model from Wally World. We bought it a few years ago before they went through the roof. Let's see what else we got here. So Drew says he's seen the gutter video and saw there was a very large puddle where the water was being spouted out. Could you just lead the pipe underground into a food grade water tank? I could, and then I could put a pump in. I'd have to run power to it. There is a lot of options you can do for that gutter runoff. But being here in Florida, typically we get tons of rain. I never water a yard. Actually, the only thing I ever even remotely attempt to water is a garden, and that's only on, a long spell of no rain. So saving water and storing it here, typically it gums up, it gets algae in it because it sits so long. We just don't really need a whole lot of water storage in Florida. We're blessed with a lot of rain. All right, let's see what else we got here. Storm shelter / Airbnb, says Shane. Hey, you might be on something. Although I doubt that would meet code and everything. I'd probably have to have a window and everything else for them. So Lonesome Pine Farm says he'll give me $5,000 for that red truck. Sorry, buddy. Ain't for sale. Have you not priced trucks here lately? If I sell it, I got to go buy another one, and that $5,000 ain't going to work.
That's right.
Everything is through the roof. I have used the heck out of that truck. That's my daily go-getter right there. I wound up getting that truck for a good price because it's got a lot of dents and dings in it, but I haven't did anything but one wheel bearing, which was about $50, and spruced up a few little things. Otherwise, it's just been a good truck, and most of those usually are. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I have missed a pile of comments here. Fortunate the house is natural gas. So Joshua says he got fortunate that his house has natural gas, so he did the conversion on it. So much nicer than worrying about propane. Well, propane is what we have out here. I don't really know of any natural gas services available in our area, to be honest with you. Oh, talking about his Blackstone. I got you. Well, natural gas, just like I said, isn't really available. Everybody does propane. That's just kind of what's available out here in the country with the delivery trucks that we have. All right, let's take another quick look at this. It's sizzling. Smells good. Looks good. I'm shocked this frying on the Blackstone is working as well as it does. Throw a little oil down and have at it. And this is back to boiling in there on the Blackstone. Who would have thought that? Don't even need a burner.
Right.
Man, I wish this phone would zoom out. So DeVault says, what truck did I have to put the alternator in? That was my old white truck, my old 01 over here. Right there. That's the first repair I've had to do on that truck in a long time. And actually the alternator didn't even go out. I just had a bearing in it that was squealing and I was worried that it was going to fail on me. So, slapped a new alternator in it. Took 20, 25 minutes.
These are looking good.
They are looking good. Can't wait to eat it. Everybody keeps asking for cheese, cheese, and cheese.
Oh, it's coming.
Shauna says it looks good. 100% agree. Yeah, you can't have chicken parmesan without a pile of cheese on it. Without a doubt, that's coming.
And I just hope this chicken is as tender as our Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
I'm telling you. Oh, did you pound this one and tenderize it?
I did.
Yeah,
but I think the secret too is also marinating it in the juices.
Yeah,
so
that may.
Or pepperoni.
I'm telling y'all, that live stream we did the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. We need to hurry up. I know we say this. We've got to get her a cooking show so y'all can go back and watch some of these recipes and all. We actually get them posted online. But oh my goodness, those chicken sandwiches were really, really good. And what did you just recently cook that I kept telling you I liked so much? I think it might have been the actual, was it the lo mein?
Yes, it was the lo mein.
And I'm typically not a fan of it. I must have said 5 or 10 times, I really like this. I really like, oh man, stuff has turned out so good on this Blackstone.
Yeah. We're getting there.
Yeah. So Shauna wants to know what you're going to do with that cauliflower.
I'm just going to saute it in butter and seasonings.
All right, so very simple.
Yes.
Sauteed and seasoning. So Robert says, next week I have to cook. Well, I do cook, especially on our outdoor channel, but I'm better at yakking and talking to the camera.
He did.
And Tiffany's better at looking pretty and cooking.
He cooked twice for me this week. He made steaks one night, and he also made crab crusted grouper.
Yep, chicken parmesan. I made a crab top parmesan crusted grouper. Yep. So I did cook twice this week. I'm just not going to bore y'all with that. Maybe if we ever get a cooking channel, I'll record some of it. So Miss Lee says, Daniel always talks about, am I a gardener for his seeds? Have you tried them yet? I have not, but I am very familiar with his channel. I watched a lot of his gardening stuff. And every year I say I'm going to order seeds from him. And it's just so convenient to buy them from our local seed stores, although they're getting difficult to find. You can go in there to Fresh Seeds, take a little scoop, and just get how many you want. I kind of enjoy getting it that way, but I'm probably going to start ordering online because it is so difficult to find them over the last few years. Everybody's, starting to think more about this lifestyle and the way the world is and trying to be a little more self-sufficient. And a lot of people are getting into gardening. So Linda says something pretty neat. She's heard that black chickens are great because the hawks think they are crows and do not like crows. That is interesting. We may have to look into that because we have hawks and eagles and stuff everywhere here. We really do. We have some of the biggest hawks I've ever seen in my life. Mike says you're making him hungry. Barbara says we should start an armadillo farm. What you talking about? We're already there. If we can find people to buy them, we're rich. We're already there. We've got a natural armadillo farm. I got to figure out an armadillo call so I can start calling them in. So, Cash, what are you cooking tonight? You always talk about what you got. Let me guess, tri-tip? He cooks tri-tip every single Sunday, I think. Joshua just jumped on, I'm guessing, says, hey, welcome. We're kind of wrapping our live stream up with some cooking here. Tiffany is making chicken parmesan on the Blackstone. Some out-of-the-box noodles.
Well, I didn't know how long these were going to
some
take.
cauliflower.
So I'm going to go ahead and take these off because they are done.
That's fine. They'll hold heat. And Uncle Tim says dealers are easy to trap. I've been looking into that. You got to make a specialized box trap, and as soon as you can get one in there, supposedly the scent that they leave behind continues to attract, just one after another. So I did have a couple of y'all send me some plans for armadillo traps, and I do plan to build some. Problem is, you build them out of pressure-treated plywood. Oh, and that stuff's about $80 a sheet right now. So I've kind of not really been wanting to build the traps. So Cass says they're doing asada and al pastor leftovers. I don't know if I'm familiar with al pastor is. Shane says they're having prime rib and Gulf shrimp. Ooh, my goodness. Shane wins. He's eating the good stuff. Tiffany loves prime rib and shrimp. So, DeVault says if we grow some Roman tomatoes, we can make homemade spaghetti sauce, and I have really been wanting to do that. I do want to experiment and make my own sauce. I do love Italian. Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to get ready for this cheese.
Cheese, y'all. It's time for cheese.
All right. Let's see how this works.
Oh, you're going to try to skirt them?
I am, real quick. I have to be very quick at it.
Yeah. I'll burn it up, too. Oh, you going to sauce it in? Oh, Lord. Let's see how this works out. So Lonesome Pine Farm says you have enough content for your cooking channel already. Just go back and edit. Yeah, that's very true. We could. And Robert's saying we need a hashtag Blackstone on here. I have a lot of people like, why aren't they sponsoring y'all? Boy, I wish they would. All right, so let's see how the heck this is going to work.
Let's see.
We're going to cheese skirt. Look at this girl. Our chicken parmesan. This could be a disaster or this could be genius. Chris says he's waiting for my venison jerky. Oh, I can't share that recipe. That's a secret. And boy, is it good. Look at this.
I'm going to leave a couple aside just in case this doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea when you're experimenting.
Check that out. That looks delicious. Oh, I totally missed you putting the cauliflower on. I wasn't paying attention. So Cash says that is marinated pork is what the al pastor is. All right, cool. Shane says Kelley's Canning and Curing channel. I do plan on getting into more canning this year. I do enjoy doing that. Speaking of, we've still got pickled okra and pickles and everything else in there I need to finish eating up. Robert says once you make homemade spaghetti sauce, you'll never want to buy store-bought again. And I can see there could be some truth in that. That might be a problem. We eat a lot of spaghetti sauce. I don't know if I can can that much. And Bettler says they just made spaghetti tonight with last year's canned sauce. Well, how'd it work out?
Yeah, it's okay. Not really
Well,
amazing.
the presentation could be a little off, but I don't think it matters. As long as the taste buds like it. It's all going in your stomach anyways.
The sauce makes the cheese really runny, but
That's
it did
okay.
do a good job on some of these pieces here.
So Tyler says, obviously you two like leftovers as much as I do, judging on how much is on the Blackstone.
We eat for a couple of days.
Yes, we do. There's no point in cooking every single night and dirtying up dishes every night. So there's a lot of times, we pretty much always, whenever we cook, we make a meal. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Oh, I know. I probably should have got it up long.
I'd have ate that. You could have put that over there. Oh my goodness.
I know.
I'll take all that cheese and sauce. But yes, we typically always cook, whenever we cook, enough for several meals.
I gotta get this cleaned up so I can start flipping this over here.
Flipping what? Oh, the cauliflower? All right. So yeah, cheese skirted. Looks good to me. Cheese skirt, sauce mixed, chicken parmesan off the Blackstone. Who would have thought? Yeah. You're dang right, Robert. I would have ate that. That sauce and cheese.
I know. I wasn't thinking.
I wasn't thinking. No.
I got plenty.
I know, but I want more. Yeah, party foul, everybody says. Oh, well, you get to cooking in front of the camera sometimes.
I'm Russian.
No, you're not. You're American.
All right, that looks better.
Yes, presentation. Ding, we got it.
Looks better. And then
Yeah.
these will be for tomorrow.
All
The
right.
next day.
Well, that'll work.
And there's your chicken parmesan on the Blackstone with cauliflower and noodles.
And cheese and cheese and cheese. Oh, yeah. Shane says we should have put that on the cauliflower.
What
The sauce and cheese and everything. Yeah, y'all are like me. I love burnt cheese. Oh, my goodness. So Robert wants to know where our greens is. Well, the leaves that was holding this cauliflower head was green. No greenery tonight, which we did eat asparagus this week and a few other things. I'm surprised we don't have a green vegetable with this. It's not uncommon for us to have 2 vegetables with our meal. Andrew will be eating out of the drip tray, they said. I'm too much of a germaphobe for that. There's old fat and grease in there from last week. Nah.
I think our cauliflower is done.
All right, that looks awesome. So just buttered and tendered. A little bit of sauce, seasoning. I can't think tonight. And that's good to go. You can keep your vegetables nice and simple. One more shot of this, and I think we're going to wrap this thing up and do some eating, y'all. Oh, that looks so good, that cheese curd. Yes. So hello, Mike, and welcome. I see you caught us here at the end. You just jumped on. We are about to close this live stream up, but please go back and watch. Drop any comments that you have, and we will absolutely talk to you. And Jonathan just jumped on and says, I missed it again. Yes, Jonathan, you did. 5 o'clock, start getting on. Cauliflower out of the garden. She just made fried chicken parmesan somehow on the Blackstone. I'm so looking forward to that. It's going to be great. Who would have ever thought? So there's my ugly mug. Alrighty. Well, we are about to tear this stuff up, y'all. So thank y'all for another awesome live stream. Appreciate your generosity. Thank y'all for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. I guess here before long we're going to start talking about moving this up. A lot of people have asked, now that summer's coming around, days are getting longer, we may start moving the live stream time up since people out west of us, I know it's still early for y'all there and it's kind of late here for us, but we'll start moving up towards 6 or 7. We'll pick a time here before long. But y'all let us know whenever y'all think that may be good for y'all. We want to do it at spring forward, do it earlier, and we'll listen to your comments. Thank y'all so much for watching. House videos are coming this week. We're going to start rolling back into those. The garden, several other things coming. And heck, looking at the yard, we'll be back in mowing videos here before long too.
It's coming.
All right. There's little man looking for crumbs. Yep. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
God bless. Take care. See y'all later.